show you just a quick couple ways that you can package these homemade dried apples up, because we all love to have a homemade gift to give. And apples are so loved by everybody. I'm gonna first take just a pint jar, okay? And this is also another great place. This doesn't have to be a canning jar. This just happens to be a mayonnaise jar that I saved. Okay, this is a great place to give, to use for giving. Another little secret I'll tell you is this is also a great time. I actually save my lids when I'm done canning. Not all of them, but the ones that look really good, almost brand new. And that's a great place to use it, is when you're gonna give. So you don't have to buy a brand new lid to use for this, okay? So when I start with a jar, I like to put them all in circles and actually have them layered like this, but you can layer them any way that you wanted to in your jar, okay? And this is totally preference, okay? I pulled out some scraps. I will encourage you to just, if you don't have scraps and you're just starting out, to use what you love, okay? I love to use things that look like snow, or this is just snowy. This is actually, it's not snowy, it's polka dotted tulle. I call it snowy tulle. I love to use the reds, but if you wanted to use, if you love the green, you could pick up a little bit of green fabric, cut a circle or a square, I put it on here. I love to use twine, okay? This is just plain old red and white twine, and actually, I'm gonna put the green one on there because I think that red and white twine will look a little bit better. And before I put my twine on, you could see how cute that would be, okay? I'm gonna show you just a couple other little ideas, because if you're a person who loves burlap, you could do burlap on it. If you love the red and black buffalo plaid like I do, you could do that. It's kind of almost like rustic, almost makes me think of hunting season, because it's hunting season right now. And you can double, remember, you can always double layer things, so you could put burlap on top of that as well, okay? So just pick whatever your favorite is. And another way I have often given these is just no more than tying a ribbon around it. Just in my favorite, you'll see lots of polka dots because I love polka dots. So pick whatever your favorite is, okay? And tie the ribbon on, okay? And I'll get it in the right spot here. Now, there's a couple other things you can do. You can just put a black, this is basically like a chalk sticker on top, and I could write Merry Christmas on top of there. I could use just a tag that I made homemade, and I could tie that on with my twine. So it's hanging on here with my twine, and this one says Merry Christmas. This is just a scallop punch with a smaller little round punch. All it is, because I'm not real fancy, and I'll just punch out a bunch of these at once. And I'll just tie this right on like so. And this could say, Happy birthday. This could say, I'm so thankful for you. If you needed a Thanksgiving little hostess gift you wanted to take to the person that you're gonna have dinner at their house, this is a wonderful thing to take. So there we have it, pretty simple right there, okay? Now, you could use any kind of other tag that you wanted to. So if you, and what I wanted to share, I guess here, is that if you didn't have any stickers, and sometimes these black stickers are hard to find, a simple paper punch, again, we don't need 32 different shapes, just one or two shapes that are basic shapes you're gonna use, and just punch these out of black paper. And with a glue stick, put it right on your tag, and now again, you just have a perfect, easy, simple tag. And these are just basic staples that you would keep around so you could easily use, okay? Now my sticker here, that's exactly what it is. It's just a big sticker that I put on there, and I love the jar so much that every year I just refill this jar out. For the lid, because I keep it on my counter quite often, you can just use a napkin. That's what this is just a napkin that I use so often for my kombucha or my cheese when I'm making it, or bread that I'm, letting rise, I'll put over it. And that's all there is to it. And now you've got something that's even on your counter, kind of decorative for fall as well, plus a good snack in there, okay? So I'm going to share now about a couple of my favorite pens when you are going to write on them. This one here is literally from the dollar store, comes in silver also, which when you write with the silver one on the black, it also looks kind of like a chalk marker if you can't find the white one at your dollar store. These gel pens tend to work pretty good. And this one also, which is called a Uniball. And again, I tend to just test them out, and you'll know whether it's something that's going to work really well. And it's just all there is to it. It's just very easy for any simple little tag that you wanted to do to just write on there, okay? So now, one other way, because you might not want to give a whole jar, maybe you need to make up 10 or 12 dried apple gifts, like smaller ones. You want them for teachers, or maybe bus drivers, or maybe to put in mailboxes, or a few church friends, okay? So another way that I also love to give them is to use just a simple bag. And again, this is kind of a staple. I love the red trucks, but I don't always love the prints. I bought these for another purpose, but they really worked great for apples. You can use the prints if you like the print. Okay, you can use that. I love to just keep clear, and I will just keep a couple different sizes. Again, I just pick them up from the dollar store and just keep it on hand so I can quickly make a gift. When I want to just quickly make some, I've got these basics on hand. So this is kind of my favorite size to use, is this size right here. And I would just take my bag and I would just put some apples in it to be about as full as I want it to be. And then there's a couple ways that I will tie this off with, which I'll show you. And again, whichever way you like the best, go with it. I just tend to keep these different things on hand. I never know when I need a gift to give, but I know I always will want to have a little something to give out at different times, different seasons. Things come up. So I'm going to put about that much in there. I'm just going to bunch it up. Now there's two things that I could do. One is I could use my favorite red and white pipe cleaner, I love, and then I just take this crazy old wire. It's about the size of a skewer. A pencil or a pen also works too, and I will just wrap this thing around. That's all you gotta do, and pull it out, and you're just making it have a little bit of curl, okay? And then I would put my tag either on with double sticky tape, or I would use some of the red twine. And yes, I often will have ribbon and twine on my packaging, okay, because that will hold my tag on. I'll put a little hole punch in that and put that on there, okay? Another thing that works is red and green pipe cleaners that have a little bit of sparkle. They can look great. And then, of course, just the red and white twine. I love just the red and white twine also is great for gifts with your tag on there, okay? So that's all there is to making a few quick gifts that you could have on hand with a few basic supplies. And you've got your apples that are all ready and you get to enjoy as well. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you got some great ideas, and I'll see you in the next video.